So first question, what was it like to get punched in the face?
It was a crazy experience, man. Because I obviously been doing sparring and stuff like that for a little while, but it's only been with for the most part with 16-ounce gloves. So with the 4-ounce gloves and with somebody that's actually trying to hurt you, of course we do some drills and stuff with the 4-ounce gloves. Man, that changes everything. The speed that the punches are coming, the impact that hits, and like how it feels and everything. It's a crazy experience. Definitely changed the my perspective in terms of the how I feel about standing and distancing and everything like that, and how important it is to evade punches and everything. I think at the beginning you kind of just saw me stand in front of the guy, and then as I started to realize like how powerful punches could be, I was like, all right, well maybe I'm going to be a little smarter here, keep my hands up a little higher, and it's just a learning experience for sure. It was pretty crazy.
Looked like you had fun out there.
Absolutely. It was so much fun. Honestly, the funny part is you asked me about what it's like to get punched in the face. The crazier experience to me for this fight was not getting punched in the face, although that sucks and it was interesting, but actually punching somebody else in the face with bad intentions. Actually trying to hit somebody with bad intentions is totally new to me. The idea of doing it in sparring, most of the time it's all touch. Everybody that I spar for the most part has some sort of career, whether even if MMA is not their main thing and they're not a fighter or something like that, and they just do it like to help me for sparring, they got something else that they're doing. They have some other career. Like I'm not trying to knock anybody out. Or many of the other guys that I spar are MMA fighters. Like what if I knock them out while they're preparing for their next fight? Like I can't do that. So actually trying to hurt somebody is wow. That's crazy too. I'm like throwing punches and I'm like wow. I'm supposed to put this guy away now. Okay. And then, I had to think about that while I was out there, like while I'm actually out there fighting. That was surreal, to say the least.
Looked like he was saved by the bell in the first round. Were you surprised he lasted to the bell?
Yeah, I wasn't throwing too accurately. One of the things that we work on in camp that, when you're out there and you're in the ring and there are all these other things happening, you don't think about everything. It took me a little while to realize is we usually focus on punching around the guard, around, defensive structures. I think if I had been doing that a little bit more, it definitely would have been the end. I think I punched into, defensive arms too much, and that was what allowed him to kind of survive that. There was definitely some shots that made some serious contact and hurt him in that first round that he could have been put away. I think with much more accurate striking on the ground, it could have been done much easier. My striking was, especially first round, was much more just kind of throwing. As you started to see me, if you watch the tape again, I think, and I'll have to see it myself, I think when you see me in the second round actually put him away, you'll see me faking shots and kind of stepping off and then targeting, the jaw and then things like that with my strikes instead of just throwing with no rhyme or reason. So,
Looked like you're favouring ground and pound over submission. Was that to make a point?
It wasn't really to make a point. Nothing at this point necessarily is to make a point. I don't necessarily the only things I'm trying to prove are to myself at this point. I'm not really trying to prove anything to anybody because this is totally new territory for me. For me, everything is a learning experience right now. So the idea of using ground and pound over submissions in this fight is mostly because it's something I'm not used to, and I wanted to feel what that was like in the cage. So whenever I do one day have to do that instead of try to submit somebody, like I know what it feels like. I know what it feels like to try to hit somebody with power, and I don't always just say to myself like, oh, I have to submit this guy. Well, maybe let me hit him a little bit first. And now I know what it feels like, and I can move from there, and I can start making better decisions. If I just go straight to what I'm already used to, I'm not going to learn anything. I know it's weird to talk about learning about something when you have the danger of getting knocked unconscious on your mind at all times. But for me, I'm always trying to project towards the future and not just thinking about the immediate present. To me, had I lost this fight, if I lost this fight by TKO because I didn't decide to, by TKO or KO, because I didn't decide to submit this guy, everybody would be like, oh man, he had multiple opportunities to submit him, he didn't do it, he tried to ground and pound, he failed, and then the guy came back and beat him. I still, in a way, as much as that would suck and I wouldn't be happy about losing, in a way, I still would have been like, all right, well, I learned something by trying to do that. And I would have been like, okay, that's going to help me in the future. That's more important to me becoming the champion of this organization. Maybe it was a bad decision for this particular fight, but I'm not just thinking about that. I'm trying to think, further along the line. So,
yeah, growth mindset. I think it's perfect what you need.
Yeah.
What's next? You mentioned about maybe going down in weight. How did it feel fighting at lightweight?
Fighting at lightweight was pretty good. I mean, he hit really hard. That sucked. It wasn't anything. I felt like I hit just as hard, if not harder. So, in terms of size, think I'm okay for now. I haven't gone up against somebody who's like an elite level striker yet to see what that feels like at this particular weight class. I definitely would like to try again, you know, thinking moving towards the future, like we got this, we got Martin fighting for multiple belts and things, thinking towards the future. I think I'd like a fight at a lower weight class to try to see what that feels like. So I do it now and not have to wait until I'm fighting for the championship to try to cut weight and prepare for the championship bout and all these different things. Like, that's stressful. So maybe I try to do that weight cut, you know, next fight or the fight after that, so that I know what it's like with a lower tier fighter instead of I'm going straight for the champion when I do that weight cut and everything like that. So, but at this weight class currently, I feel pretty good overall.
Brilliant. Last question, what do you do to celebrate?
I don't know. This place is a crazy place. Bangkok is insane. So who knows what we're going to get ourselves into tonight. I'm definitely going to celebrate, but I can't say 100%. I've definitely been very focused on winning this fight, so I haven't been like going out like crazy or anything like that every night while I'm here. So I'm definitely going to, I have like a couple more days in Bangkok, and I'll try my best to see the city to the best of my ability and get some life experience out here outside the ring.
Brilliant. We'll have a great time. I thought it was a fantastic debut. Well done. Cheers.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it.